All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to John Else. Today is November 5th. It is election day. So I figured we would do this as a break from all the nonsense. If you're tired of the election nonsense like I am, I figured I would take the time that I have and do some videos and get a break from the election stuff. So with that in mind, we're backlogged a little bit on the comments video, so we're gonna go ahead and tackle some of those today. We have the Catharsis comments loaded up, ready to go, so we're gonna take a look at those. And I think that's it. That's all I got for you. Let's get started. So first up, Al Skindi 4725 says perplexed. Yep. I mean, boop. That does sum it up. Me262A1 says I would have better luck figuring out general relativity than explaining what makes Band-Maid so great. Oh, and I think you got a mountain lion in your backyard. A mountain lion in my backyard? Are you talking about my cat? I do have a cat. I don't know what you're talking about. I hope it's not a real mountain lion. I know we have a fox that runs around here. And a raccoon. Anyway, Russell Potter 7294 says, out of all the albums, Conqueror is the one that I just play the most. Well, it was until Epic Narratives, but Catharsis is a quintessential Band-Maid song. It fits the overall enigma that they have produced time and time again. Nothing is accidental, and it becomes a pure work of art. Another album's worth of ideas in one song. They managed to make the same song feel different in the acoustic. I totally agree. So many bands just slow a song down, but I am literally listening to different ideas come from the same song, either on the record or live or acoustic. Genius is a word so overused, but what else can I call them? When you paused and made the comment, I thought, just wait a second, it's coming. They are simply a delight to listen to. Pop, rock, acoustic, jazz. Boop. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Appreciate the comment. P3 Asfull says the whole acoustic concert is on Band-Maid Prime. Check it out. And saying it's a blast is an understatement. Boop. I should go check that out. I'm still subbed to Band-Maid Prime, so I should go check that out. I need to cross-reference what's on YouTube, though, because if there's still acoustic stuff on YouTube that I haven't reacted to yet, then I'm gonna want to do that. So, yeah. Let's see. 0 What? Okay, I know how they do it. Konami is a musical genius and Miku is a poet. Each member is a virtuoso at what they do. Boop. I mean, no arguments. No arguments. Mr. Brian Withay says, and they put their love and joy for all their fans and each other into their music. Boop. Patio Furniture 4681 says, no one could have said it more succinctly nor better. Bravo. John, I love your emotional yet very insightful reactions. Unique, and that is very good in a reactor. Oh, thank you. Boop. Appreciate the kind words. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Guitar Hero Channel says Konami's favorite guitarists are Carlos Santana and Larry Carlton. So I think it often appears in the studio version and acoustic version. Boop. I didn't know that. Good to know. Boca Tempore says Konami is a friggin' genius. I mean, that does sum it up, okay? I'm not, that does sum it up. Genius. Boop. Anders Smorl 5396 says thanks. You're welcome. My pleasure. Bro High 808 says Konami doing Konami things. She's a genius and we're mere mortals. and we mere mortals need to accept we are not on the same level. It's like saying you want to know what's going on in Einstein's brain. Oh, yeah. We just need to celebrate that we are so fortunate to live in the age of Band-Maid. Poe. Boop! Couldn't agree more. Hiro T1963 agrees. And I guess Miss Square 249, well said. Appreciate the comments. It's kind of loud in my ears. Is that loud for you guys? I hope not. I don't know. I tweaked the audio a little bit before I started, but I didn't want to get bogged down in the nitty gritty, so I left it too loud, I think, on my end. But anyway, moving right along. Jonas S says, what was that saying again? Oh yeah, Band-Maid doing Band-Maid things. SLV. Roy Gelati 4615 says, don't need to react to it, but if you're curious, they played the regular version at the Paradise Rock Club, Boston, Massachusetts on their 2022 tour. Only time it was played on that tour. There's a pretty decent live recording on Vladimir Chupin's YouTube channel. Is that Chupin? It's not Chopin, right? It's Chupin. Boop! Vladimir Chupin's YouTube channel. Appreciate the comment. I'll keep an eye out for it, for sure. I don't know what that name is. Sorry. Says, what a great reaction. I'd love for you to hear the studio and acoustic versions of Mirage, too. Boop. I love my acoustic versions. So, if there's an acoustic version of Band-Maid, then I'll be all over that. Signet7 says Band-Maid doing Band-Maid things. Boop. No arguments. Phil Calvino 884 says Catharsis is an amazing song. Great comment about building musical tension. Konami is a master at this sort of thing. Yes. Yes, she is. The vocal lines are melodic, but tonally unsettling alongside the swirling instrumental lines. Miku's swimming metaphors make me think she caught this feeling. I swim on further and deeper. End quotes. So I guess that's part of the lyrics. But then the parts come together on the last chorus. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Remember, no worries. No night lasts forever. Boop. Appreciate the comment and the insight. Pohoji-san 1287 says Konami says that she composed this song with the image of swimming comfortably in the water. In fact, the lyrics are also in that vein. Listening to the original version with this in mind, can't you feel a kind of floating sensation? Psyche loves this song very much and often sings it live. Boop! Appreciate the comment. I'll have to go back with the floating sensation because I have not caught that. Richard N8866 says there's a fine line between genius and insanity. Sure. Einstein said insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Konami has erased that line. She writes the same song with different variations that all sound fresh and new. It also helps having bandmates that trust you unconditionally to help make all versions of the songs memorable. That's actually a really good point that I don't think is talked about enough. The trust that you build between bandmates can really make or break you as a group, in my opinion. The acoustic concerts and Band Maiko are all perfect examples of this. Pure genius. Thanks, John. You're welcome. Appreciate the comment, buddy. Thanks for checking out the video. Rocky at 70 says Konami always composes with intention and a sense of the whole song in a way that jazz composers like Oscar Peterson have had. but very few rock musicians do. You know, it's funny. It's like I was in jazz band, 5 years through middle school and high school. And so I have like some, I wouldn't say training in jazz, but like awareness of what jazz is. And Band-Maid has probably the most overtly jazz influence style of any of the bands that we look at on the channel. So, you know what's funny? The other band that does is oddly enough Gojira, and it's mostly in the drumming. There's Mario has a flair, like a jazz flair that kind of runs through all the stuff that he does. He's absolutely insane. He's an animal. But like very heavy death metal stuff. With this like jazzy undertone in the drum work. So it's like kind of similar in that respect. With Band-Maid, it's more compositionally jazz, I feel like. So it's more about the orchestration of how the different parts work together that give you the feeling of jazz. But you know, I digress. So he was on to say the fact that Konami, Akane, and Misa are all formerly trained musicians and not afraid of technical challenges helps bring these pieces together. Boop. Appreciate the comment. No arguments. Ellen Cox says, I would like to see video of Konami composing a song just to see what her process is like. Yes. The closest to that I have seen is Konami playing a song on unplugged guitar and humming the vocal melody to Psyche while on their tour bus. Boop. Appreciate the comment. I do wonder what it's like. Do you think they use, like, do they use staff paper and, like, write classical notation? Like, I almost kind of feel like they do. Don't they? Didn't we figure that out? Don't we know that? This is the problem with taking hiatuses for, like, months at a time. You forget shit, but I feel like we figured that out, that they do use staff paper, and Konami writes out her stuff, but I could be misremembering. Up next, Graham Blank 8367 says, great reaction, John. I'd characterize Band-Maid's music as simply joyous. When I listen, the natural endorphins kick in and resistance is futile. Yes, indeed. Right you are, good sir. Resistance is futile in presence of the maids. Stimproid up next says this band is a miracle. Boop. Simple, elegant, right to the point. Couldn't agree more. JB Van Driver 136 says both the original comment and reply are true, but taken together are the complete picture of why we maniacs love this band. Boop. Appreciate the comment. The original and the reply. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to be completely honest, but I'll take you at your word. Maybe it'll become clear as we go further. David Oinninge says, adding to the mystique of Band-Maid was their acoustic concert earlier this year. In addition to some eye-opening new acoustic versions, they also did reworked versions of songs they had already converted to acoustic, including Catharsis. Band-Maid always moving forward. That's so cool. Man, listen. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Band-Maid knows what's up. They know what they're doing. Oh, okay. JB Van Driver 136 says, I concur. Joy is the term. Maybe there was an issue with like his replying function or something. I know sometimes that happens, but anyway, I don't know. I concur. Joy is a term I've used before for the feeling you get from listening to this band. At least it does for me. Boop. No arguments. And JB Van Driver 136 once again says, if you like this, check out Awkward Live. It also has a Band-Maiko version. It's been a minute since we looked at Band-Maiko. I have some time today. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Band-Maid fan Atlanta says Psyche has a mantra that she always tries to add things to songs that are memorable and cerebrally impactful, but unless you listen very intently, you can't pinpoint what it is from song to song. It isn't by accident. All the band members ascribe to it as well. Boop. Yeah, you can tell there's some kind of ethos in there because the stuff, it's not accidental. It's not, I mean, nothing is accidental. So, appreciate the comment. Tommy Johnson 9175 says, love it. Boop. Same here, buddy. Texas Veteran Patriot says, in my humble opinion, Catharsis is best served acoustically. Boop. Hard to argue, though I'm not sure that you're correct. I think that is what we call a win-win for everyone involved. Alan Cox says, I agree with you. Catharsis is good either way, but the acoustic version is extra good. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Texas Veteran Patriot responds, Alan Cox, when you have a very dense composition with a lot of little nuances by all instruments going on all the time, much of it is lost when played at high meters and can't be discerned from the chaos. If they played the regular version at the meter, they play acoustically, or at least half normal. I wonder how that would come off. I don't know. I disagree with you. I think on the principle here is that that with Band-Maid, because we just talked about the fact that like everything that they do is intentional. It's not accidental. And so I don't think that you actually lose anything when playing at the higher meters. I think whatever would be lost would have been scrubbed by the band themselves because they have this perfectionist bent, I think, that runs through them. And so if they're listening to one of their songs and some of the nuances, some of the things that they really want to come forward are being swallowed up by either the tempo or if there's just too much, I think you have to admit that the pruning process for this band is probably pretty rigorous. So deciding what to take out so that everything that's important and relevant, no matter how small, shines through. That's what I would say to that. Although I do agree with you that at least if how would the songs come off if they were slowed down a little bit, like to see the extra, see that. But generally, I mean, they like to play at like 200 plus beats per minute. So it's like, you know, that's Band-Maid. That's just Band-Maid doing Band-Maid things. Appreciate the comment nonetheless. Boop. Thanks for hanging out. Wait, didn't we just do that? Wait, I think we did. Yeah, I think it just weird tripled. Whatever, you still get boop, boop, boop. You know, that's fine. We won't read them again, though. We just read them. DK Music 7000 says, Catharsis is one of those Band-Maid songs that is perfect for those drives on a long, winding stretch of road in the fall. Interesting imagery there. I approve. But be careful because it's dangerous. Specifically, the studio version. It's dangerous. You can go really, really fast. Konami's guitar and Akane's kick drive so hard that they will have you doing 30 over, unbeknownst to you. Something. Is that I don't remember. My Japanese. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Nonetheless, thanks for the support. This is okay. Up next, Chris Bergston, 1429, says, Catharsis doesn't get a lot of recommendations. I feel like it got a bit more back when the acoustic version was released on YouTube, but the studio track has no video, so it's not necessarily what people want to react to. Which I don't really get, to be completely honest with you. I don't get it. But I guess people have different, they do things differently than I do. That reminds me, I have not done Giovanni yet. I've been seeing Giovanni since basically day one, and I really like the name. So I've been kind of keeping it on the back burner. Today's maybe a good day. I don't know. We'll see. You have to do Giovanni. If you can find the instrumental White Room version, do a twofer, because Konami is going apeshit, and it's easier to hear without the vocals over it. Interesting. I do like... I like my single instrument playthroughs And I also like just like full band playthroughs, sans vocals, just for the so that may end up like if there's a good live version, it may end up being a 3-fer. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's what we do. I had plans to do other stuff. Like I wanted to get back into Love Bites, and I wanted to look at more Nemophila, and I wanted to look at more Gojira. But maybe we just say fuck all that and devote the rest of the time we have here to Giovanni doing like we'll see. Anyway, and it's easier to hear about the vocals over it. But this is the thing about Band-Maid. Their catalog is packed with treasure. Their deep album cuts are gold. Their B-sides are gold. They're literally 100 songs, give or take, and that no one has ever told you about, and most of them are good to great songs. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, you might have sold me on Giovanni. Not lying. Not gonna lie to you. There. Desha 2695 says Band-Maid is love from them for making music, playing together like this with all their own aspirations and muses, their long hard work and dedication as well as grinding, so passion, and of course the love of us fans for the music they create and appreciation we have for it, which then comes back as their humbledness and appreciation for their fans. Yes, there's a very synergistic relationship I've noticed between the maids, the music, and the fans. Like it's really something, honestly. You guys make it a lot of fun. Like, you make it a lot of fun. The maids make it a lot of fun. The music makes a lot, like the whole ecosystem is very like self it's a very positive feedback loop situation. You guys are awesome. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Graham Reed 8774 says, I've come to the conclusion that when Konami composes a song, she hears in her head the total sound of the combined when Konami composes a song, she hears in her head the total sound of the combined when she composes a song, she hears in her head the total sound of the combined members. It's the only way that she knows that it's the only way she knows what the individual contribution has to be. This also applies to the acoustic version. Total genius. But of course, the required input of the other members has to be achieved by them. Genius band. Boop. No arguments. Appreciate the comment. Totally agree, actually. What was that? Oh, okay. None of your business. Steve Rowe at 3887 says, when you move through life, you use your 5 senses to root yourself in reality, and so it is with Band-Maid. All 5 are needed to paint a complete picture in your head, unless it's an instrumental and they lose their voice, but Konami has a way to communicate that as well. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Miku Pigeon. I appreciate the handle there. This one is from their first Christmas acoustic stream during COVID. A more recent acoustic gig was held back in March and streamed 2 months was equally amazing. I love the acoustic version of Coralium is a good one, and HDK, just awesome. Boop. Have we done HGK? I don't remember. Let's look at that. Appreciate the comment. I'll have to check out. I mean, I can look for myself, obviously, but you all know how I feel about that sometimes. It's the new version, the new acoustic set. Is that on YouTube? Because I don't know. I haven't looked too deeply. Kevin6059 says, so many things to love about this band. The acoustic version of this song, though, just perfection. I love Miku's octave up, unison singing on I Feel You, and of course Mincho's solo, but then coming out of the solo is almost even cooler. Those 16th notes that lead into and lie underneath Psyche's vocals, just too good. Boop. Appreciate the comment. I mean, what more can you say? Well, you could say a lot. but it would just be saying a lot to say this. That's why, you know, the Band-Maid doing Band-Maid things is so appropriate. Because everything you say so much to say it's just Band-Maid doing Band-Maid things. Makaluku5310 says Band-Maid's intention is always to blow our minds, and they do it so well. Kudos to you. You did the reaction properly by listening to the studio then acoustic version after. You can hear the magic in the... I mean, you can hear the magic in both compositions. Absolutely. Yeah. That's why I like to do it that way. Boop. Appreciate the comment. And then finally rounding things out for this video, Phil Profit 8363 says you can analyze it until your head hurts or just accept these maids are magic. Boop. No arguments from this gentleman over here on this side of the screen. Great band, great song, great fans. Great. Just great. All right. That's going to do it for this one. I got other stuff to record, so I'm going to get out of here. Hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments in this one. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.